a large bowl, mix together flour, salt, and sugar. So in this I say, Cerebrellis. I understand sugar, butter, flour sounds better, but I feel like it's sugar, salt, flour that always go together first. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, how much flour? 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour.
This is 1/8 of a cup. This is a 1/4 of a cup.
Never seen an 1/8 of a cup measured like that. That's lovely.
For people who are really serious about baking. Where they can't just be like, I'll guess that this is half of what I need. So how many of these do we need?
1 3/4, so a fourth, a half, and 1 cup.
Or just 7 of these? This is a 1/4 of a cup.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
We don't end up making pie crust.
Or 7, yes, 7. That would also work.
It's summer. We decided we're not going to do math ever again.
I signed up for Cal 3. That's fine.
So your first semester.
No math. Yeah, it's good. It's
yeah, I was
good.
like, I'm not going to do any math my first semester. I'm doing astronomy instead.
Oh, that's fun. I'll have a good time with that. Was that 3 or 4?
That was 4.
Okay. That makes sense. I stopped counting after 2.
I stopped counting after 1.
I can help with this. 2 teaspoons of sugar. I can do sugar.
I am covered in flour already.
Yeah.
Wait, do I add 1 more to my...
Sure. You know what? It wouldn't hurt.
I was like, I think I need to add 1 more, but I wasn't paying attention.
That's all right. No, it's this. Okay. 2 teaspoons of sugar. This is teaspoon. That is 1. Only the finest.
I just realized the problem with baking wearing all black is that everything will get all of the flour.
Okay. I did sugar. It's salt, right? Next. Yes. How much salt? 3/4 a teaspoon of table salt. It should be closed.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
very light closure.
I see. Does this?
Yeah, it should go next to all the other things like it.
This one thing is like the others, therefore it must go there.
So 3.
3/4. So if that's a fourth, yes, 3. You're much better at not using every single measuring thing than I am. I made something a couple weeks ago, and I swear to you, I think I used every single measuring cup in my kitchen.
For me, I'm just like, I don't want to have to clean all of these dishes, so I'm not going to use them all. Although I don't remember what we've used and not used, so we're just going to have to clean all of them.
Whatever's stacked, we probably haven't used yet.
Yeah.
Okay, mix until well combined. Whisk. Whiskey business. Sorry.
That looks well combined to me. It just all disappeared.
Yay. Well, that is an indication, I think. Maybe.
Although if I cover myself in a blanket, I don't disappear.
Do you know Waitress? Using clean hands, add butter and toss until just coated. Okay. I'm gonna read these and then, so rub butter.
It's
Clean hands, add, the butter is 6 tablespoons cold unsalted butter. Okay. Rub butter, once it's just coated, rub butter between thumb and forefinger to incorporate into flour mixture until butter is in lima bean sized pieces and comes together in quarter-sized clumps when squeezed in palm. About 2 minutes of...
Yeah, I didn't look up any other recipes for how to make pie crust, so I don't know how weird this recipe actually is.
Alright. How much butter did I say? 6 tablespoons.
This is a tablespoon.
That looks like a tablespoon.
That's a lot of butter.
How much is in there?
'Cause
if it says... Oh,
serving 16 size 1 tablespoon.
okay.
So technically we shouldn't use it all.
Yeah.
This is not the best way to get butter.
Sorry.
It's gonna be like, that's the right measure.
It's fine. It's fine. We're having a process of like learning and discovery.
The plan is not to end up with a pie. The plan is to know how not to make a pie for next time.
That's the cooking lesson here. Don't.
That's not.
That's fine. It's fine. It's more of a guess, maybe.
There we go.
Sure. It's a lot of butter, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah, because it's a lot of flour.
That's true.
I like how they're all in the song equally, but in reality, it's
Not.
mostly flour and butter, like hardly any sugar.
Yeah. Sugar is the least amount of of the things that we're putting in this crust. That is the smallest. Well, actually, there's less salt than sugar.
But that's not in the song.
Exactly.
That was
1, 2, 3,
4.
4. 2 more. Woo! It's like 2 tablespoons.
I'm just making ice cream scoops over here.
You'd be a great worker at Baskin Robbins. There you go.
There we
Yay! Okay.
go.
Alright. Add butter. Toss. I'm just gonna go in here until just coated. Do you think the flour is like a mom and it's just like, bring your coat, honey? As it talks to the butter? Probably not. That's probably silly and ridiculous. Okay. Alright. Rub butter between thumb and forefingers to incorporate into flour mixture.
Ew, I just touched a bunch of butter. Just washed my hands and grabbed right where all the butter melted. Ooh, we should preheat the, actually no. No, yeah, we should probably preheat the oven just so we don't have to do it later.
I can't scroll anymore, so if you
I
want to look.
think it was 400? Yeah, it's 400.
We have to cook the crust though, right? Or put it in the oven for a little bit?
Yeah, but just so that we don't have to remember.
Gotcha.
Because it'll stay preheated, hopefully. I don't know how ovens work.
I hope so. Not that this is really random, but this is very nice flour. It's like very soft.
Yeah, I don't know where we get our flour, what brand, because we just put it in like the Tupperware thing.
Yeah.
So I never know the bag. How do you preheat an oven?
I like that we started this with no idea where we're going, except let's bake. Let's bake.
I did the minimum amount of research and planning. I bought items and I found a recipe. And then I stopped there.
What degrees?
400.
Okay. We're getting there, I think.
I think they should just change the entirety of Waitress to people just actually just baking pies, just real pies the entire time.
Take an audience member every night. All right, no skill. Here's a bunch of ingredients. Make a
And
pie.
then you just have like Betsy Wolf and Sarah Bareilles and Jessie Mueller just singing in your ear while you make a pie.
That's a dream.
in front of thousands of people.
I would make a pie in front of thousands of people if it meant that Jessie Mueller and Betsy Wolf and Sarah Bareilles were singing in my ear. I would have no qualms about that. This actually doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I feel like it'll like come together eventually.
Someday.
It's a process. Although like even like the recipe is like it'll eventually make sense. And I'm like, that's not.
How long have I been doing this for?
I have no idea.
Okay. Hopefully long enough that it's right. What bug was that?
It was like a fly. But
Okay.
like a big one.
Yeah, there's like a fly in here.
crumbly? Is that what it's supposed to look like?
I think so.
I've read these instructions 5 times and I just don't remember.
Okay, 1/4 a cup of shortening.
I'm gonna make sure all the forms.
What we can do is look in here at the pictures of the pie
That's
crust,
a great idea.
because I noticed that it kind of showed like
Yes.
the process, and I was like, that's helpful because I don't know what
Oh,
I'm
there. Yeah, maybe? Or, yes.
This.
Does it look crumbly?
Some parts of it look crumbly.
Alright. Sure. Butter is in lima bean sized pieces and comes together in quarter sized clumps when squeezed. Alright. I'm sure. I think all the butter is got flour in it or on it. Add shortening, toss until just coated in flour? Sure,
Okay,
it's
it doesn't
fine.
make any sense.
It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're just gonna add a shortening, and it's gonna be fine.
Let's hope that's enough shortening and it didn't just like cap at the top.
How much is this?
It's 1/4.
Alright.
So it's like technically the right cup size, but I don't know if I put. in
Hey, that's probably
Yeah.
funny. Until just coated. Now it's just coated. What is it supposed to look like after everything is mixed?
Mix, rub in flour mixture until mixture forms pea-sized pieces. Some big chunks should remain and comes together in fist-sized clumps when squeezed about 1 minute.
Okay. Well, I think we've been mixing for too long, but it's all right. We're just gonna hope for the best.
And then it says drizzle in the water. 7 to 8 tablespoons of ice water. Not very helpful.
Just put some ice cubes in a cup of water and then just start using a tablespoon measure.
Drizzle in half the ice water. Luckily, this is the most confusing part, and nothing else should be this.
That's true. Crust is always the worst, unless you're making, well, even graham cracker crust, they always fall apart. I'm afraid I haven't gotten all the shortening, but it's very, very sticky. I said fly away again. Gosh, where's my brain? I left it in the thanks. Get off of my hand, please. Alright, I'm gonna stop mixing before I overdo it and wait for your instruction on water.
Yeah, I'll make ice water.
Just gonna get this over here. Please come off my fingers.
There we go.
Do we toss in the water too?
It says we rake our fingers through it.
It's very
So,
awesome. Alright, let's do it.
rake through mixture with fingers until just moistened. Drizzle in remaining water 1 tablespoon at a time, then comb through mixture with fingers to moisten. It will go from being a shaggy mess to coming together.
It's already really together.
Just throw it in the oven right now.
That would not work. Maybe it would work actually. I don't know. Alright, let's just go for it. You know?
Teaspoons or tablespoons?
Teas.
Tablespoons of ice
I
water.
lied. I'm sorry.
And I think I
We used that one, yeah.
So half of it, so if we do 8, it's 4 of them. There might be ice in it.
That's okay.
Ugh.
Why does ice float? You know, that's one of the weird things about water. Why is it less dense when it's a solid? It shouldn't be. Most things are heavier and more, I don't know. I wonder what, like whose jurisdiction space is.
America's.
There are definitely other countries that have been up to the moon. See, this is where you can't rate this. You can't. It's just a soppy mess. I think we went in the opposite order and went from something resembling a crust to goo.
Well, if it ends up being really, really terrible, we'll just add in like a little bit more flour.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just hope it works.
That's always, more flour can often solve many problems. World problems, probably not. I think we're gonna definitely have to add more flour because this is like a sticky mess.
Yeah, I'll take the flour out again. Maybe if we add more water, like the instructions said, it'll just magically dry up.
Yes, I agree.
Just blindly follow instructions. Never question them ever.
Yep. That is the one thing that was different than your recipe is the book says, I don't think the book has shortening in it, but it's whatever.
It's too late to go back now.
Yes. Alright, so this is what we've got. This will not make a crust.
Yeah. So we're just gonna
just like add as you see fit.
just mix that in. We'll add them scoop by scoop.
A smart idea. Now I think we'll come out okay with this. I tried to do this when I was making bread, like making Anglo-Saxon bread, which it was like flour and water, and that was it. And I was confused because there was no ratio, and I tried about 15 different things before I gave up and looked up what the ratio was. Then they came out kind of odd. Alright, that's a little better. Is it supposed to look like that? Maybe,
I feel like their dough looks really dry.
yeah, maybe like a half a spoon more flour.
Do you think we'll even need to add more water?
No. Unless, does it say it needs more water?
I don't know. I feel like
It's fine.
we'll just go with this.
Yes, well if that was too much flour, we'll add a little more water and we'll be done. But now this looks like dough to me. Yeah, and it's kind of sticky.
There we go. That's what we learned in school, problem solving.
Yep. That's all you need. Critical thinking skills, problem solving, and a little bit of math sometimes.
That's what they should do. Just forget all of our other classes. Just teach us by being like, here's a recipe. But it's not going to be very easy to follow. There's mistakes in it. You have to find them and fix them. That's all we do every day.
That's intense. Alright. Oh. I think that looks pretty good.
Okay, then it says, while rotating the bowl with one hand, push dough between other palm and side of bowl to gather into a ball. Turn dough onto a piece of plastic wrap, press into a flat disc, then close and wrap. Place in coldest part of refrigerator and chill for at least 30 minutes before rolling out and forming into a crust. So I'll get plastic wrap. Ah! Do we even have normal plastic wrap? I don't think we do. Help, Lauren. I need your judgment. Is that
Can I
come
mix
on,
that something?
and well, I'll
No,
mix that.
probably not. I feel a little bit like, did you ever play that, like, it wasn't Mamma Mia, but it's like Mama's Cooking Adventure or something on Nintendo?
I know what you're talking about, but no, I never did.
That I felt like needing. Alright, I'm gonna flop.
And then press it into a flat disc, and then we close the wrap.
There we go. Good enough.
I have to tear this off.
She's a tear in my heart. Everything can be a song.
Everything, literally everything.
Yeah. Especially I found with musical theater. I mean, a lot of things are in a lot of songs, but if you're looking for something really obscure, It's gonna be, that looks beautiful. Cling wrap. Okay, that's chilling. What do we need to do next?